Hey guys, it is your girl Crystal. Want to leave you with a little nugget. Now, this video is not for everybody. This is only for my girls and my sisters out there that share a mutual friend that I do, all right? That has a relationship with this guy by the name of Perry. Now, if you share this mutual friendship and you know who Perry is, I want you to stay right here and just listen for a minute, okay? Now, Perry comes to wreak havoc, right? And it's not just like relationships in real life where you're like, okay, this isn't working out. We've got to set boundaries and cut ties. No, Perry is knocking down the boundaries and he's making knots out of these ties, right? So we've got to learn how to manage it. All right. And you can go to a doctor. There's nothing wrong with that. I've heard mixed reviews about things that doctors can do to help you manage this relationship. I heard adverse effects and I've heard good things, but I always like to try things from a natural standpoint first. So if you want to hear a little bit on how to naturally manage your Perry, stay right here just for a minute. So we know our hormones go up and down. We know our estrogen begins to drop. So eat foods supplemented by eating foods that are high in phytoestrogen. There's a myth that the Chinese and the Japanese don't go through this relationship with Perry. While that's not true, that's a myth, it is derived from some type of truth. And it's because they have minimum symptoms, but it's because of an important factor. Let me see if you can figure it out. Give you a moment. Yep, you guessed it, because of their diet. Now, I often say, guys, like this Western diet over here on this side of the world, the additives, the things that they put in it, right, to make it taste better, to make it last longer, it is killing us slowly, the things that we have in our food. And because they eat a lot of tofu, soy, lentil, beans, things of that sort, foods that are high in that phytoestrogen, yes, it is true. It minimizes your symptoms. So we can supplement by eating foods that are high in that phytoestrogen. Grapes are one of them. Pomegranates are another one. Berries. Google a list and check out the list and look at the foods that you like. I always say, whether it's foods, whether it's exercise, we could tell you to eat good all day. We could tell you to work out all day. But if you're somebody that don't like to run, you're not going to run, right? Because you don't like to, so you won't be disciplined and consistent with it. So Google a list and find out some foods that are good for you that has that phytoestrogen and incorporate that into your daily diet. And speaking of, if you don't like to run, you're not going to run, exercise. Exercise balances out your hormones. Exercise also releases those happy endorphins that's going to counteract the added anxiety and depression that Perry thinks that he's going to consume us with. No, the devil is a liar. Exercise also, especially when it comes to strengthening and resistance, increases your bone density, because as you get wiser in years and as Perry comes along, it can cause your bone density to drop, right? Which can develop in osteoporosis, osteoarthritis if you're not careful, right? I always say, I want to know the who, I want to know the what, I want to know the why, so I can better understand it, and you will be more consistent and persistent in doing it, right? Also, Perry can cause your good cholesterol to drop. We need that. Can cause your high cholesterol to increase. We don't need that. So eat those foods that are high in those omega-3s, those cod liver oils, those fish oils, salmon, tuna, or under doctor care, get those supplements, cod liver oil supplements, things of those sort. All right. Drink your water, drink your water, hydrate. We already know that. Not even going to get into that. And then winter months are coming. Remember, I talked about staying warm if you watch my other video. But you still got to be careful with that and identify your triggers with that. Because if you don't want to get the flashing, let me say that again for the people in the back. If you don't want to get to flashing, it's not like Jeremiah. That's not the fire shut up in our bones. Listen, then you need to really minimize or watch your consumption of hot beverages. I know our coffee drinkers, I'm a coffee drinker. I usually drink a cup in the morning, but if you drink coffee all through the day, hot cocoa or teas all through the day, even though teas are great for other benefits as well, but still watch it, because too much of hot temperature or warm temperature foods or drinks can trigger that flash. And while we're speaking about hot temperature, hot and spicy foods as well. So if you love your peppers, if you love hot and spicy food, just want to watch that and see if that is contributing to you going into your flash. And if it is, minimizing that will minimize those flashes, right? And just be proactive. If you're not noticing it is triggering that, just kind of minimize it to the best of your abilities. Look, I'm just trying to, give you guys all the natural ways that you could try on top of doctor's care and treatment as well. Always consult your doctor so you can put your faith with your works, right? We thank God for the doctors. We know who's the master healer, but doctors can only do so much. God can do all things, but also we need to do our part so we don't make it hard on God. I'm joking, but you get what I'm saying. Faith without works is dead. So if you're like me and you got this relationship with Perri, listen, y'all, Perri's here. So we're going to have to just work it out. And we don't want anything controlling us, anything diminishing our quality of life, our day-to-day. So do your part so that me, you, and Perri, we can all be fit for the kingdom. Google those lists of foods, drink those waters, take those supplements, relax. They say drink water and mind your business. That's a joking cliche this day and age, but really managing your stress. Perri already brings anxiety. Perri already tried to bring depression. We don't want to help him out, right? Manage your stress, protect your peace, set your boundaries, give yourself grace, rest, relax. Don't take on too much, right? Do all these things. Get you a massage. Go outside in nature, right? Do everything that you need to do. Take your supplements, your vitamin D. Do whatever you need to do naturally to help yourself so that we can all be fit for the kingdom. God bless you. I pray this was a blessing to you. Again, for my sisters with Perri, we got this. God bless you.